I was just thinking how many people would be, it's so beautiful today. How many people would be actually out and about, or even to be here with me on my live. So, as I put on my lipstick, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm a spiritual love of life coach and astrologer coming to you with a weekly forecast. Just stepping into the energies of the week and to take a look at what is going on. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Took our outside with the metro. Oh, cool. Yes, my husband's mowing the lawn today. He's doing the lawn, some work outside. Here, let me bring in so people can hear me. This is why I got a mic. Sometimes I forget I have a mic so that you guys can hear me. Wow. Okay. So I usually give you guys a number of what I think the week is going to feel like or be like. And it's okay. Feeling into the week, and what I'm getting is like it's very bumpy. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm getting a lot of bumps. I'm getting a lot of intensity that's coming in. So I feel like the week is going to be quite intense. And I also get that this is quite a buildup. So we got a buildup of energy that's coming in this week. It is a buildup to the eclipses. We have Saturn that's going to be going retrograde. And I got this book. So this is one of the books I'm reading right now. That's one of the books I'm reading. So I got this book. I have another book on aspects that are coming in. And here's another, and this is the other book that I'm reading. I'm sort of glimpsing through this book. So this one was written in the 1600s. This one, well, this one particularly wasn't. This is a reprint of it, but I love. This is just a very interesting book, just bringing in a lot of different concepts and stuff like that, and the symbolisms of the symbols. So those are the books I'm reading, and the intensity, it's like funny because I got the Saturn one because Saturn is going to be going retrograde. We have Mercury that's going to be going retrograde. So it's this buildup of energy that's coming in. And what I see is a lot of energy pushes onto us. And my dreams, one of the things in my dreams was there is this, I think there is. Well, I got one girl that I know in my dream. She was birthing. So there's a lot of things birthing. So a lot of things coming to light for people. So there might be things that you are going to be birthing this week or coming, because that's what the eclipses do. The eclipses bring things to light. So there's a lot of energy that's coming to light this week. So we have that's coming in. With Saturn retrograde, it's to go back to February 14th. So Valentine's Day, because that's when it went to the 23-degree mark, on the 23rd, 13-degree mark. And it's been sort of stationary there kind of for a while. So it hasn't been doing much movement. So going back to that timeline, because it's going to cover that energy from February 14th to now. So what is that energy? What has been going on within your life? So if you notice that we've had a lot of different sort of like going back to January, February. So what's been going on in the first half of this year, in the first 5 months? What has been coming to light to you? What hasn't been coming, or where have you been looking for answers and the answers haven't been there? Now with Saturn particularly and the eclipses, this is all about it's like, this is it. Like if you don't want something, it's gone. Like if you want to break something and it's broken. So things can break. And if things break physically, mentally, emotionally, somewhere in your life, it's broken. This is where people can break the law. And breaking the law in some ways, it'll bite you later on. So if there's things that you're wanting to rebel against and things that you are break, and I got just breaking because I got things snapping and you can't put it back together. February 14th on a Google search will show you that was when Trump was acquitted. So he was acquitted on February 14th. So we're going to hear a lot of things coming in the news about him, because we also have the lunar or solar eclipse is going to be eclipsing on his birthday. He was born under the eclipses also. So that's very interesting. So this week is all about revision of what do we want to revise? What are the energies that are going to be revised? So this is where when I see the bum energy, it's also cray. It's going to be crazy. It's like our personal planets, Venus, Mercury, and Mars and I have a class of this coming up to understand what these personal planets mean to us and how they react to us. So that's coming up on the 30th. So if you want to learn more about what the planets mean to you especially in your chart, this is a great 8-week workshop that I'm doing. So it's understanding that what these mean, and the sun is coming up to its apex. So summer solstice is coming. So in the northern hemisphere, we got the sun is coming up to our apex, and these guys are out of bounds. They're above the sun. So they're out of bounds. So they're acting crazy. So you might have found a lot of people emotional, a lot of people, or even yourself, losing your shit on something. So this is where this energy is coming in. So we feel like this out of bound energy is coming, is there, and it's our personal planet. So Venus, of how we want to react to the things that we have, our money, our personal possessions. Mars, our action, and and Mercury with our communications. And here comes Saturn saying, get your shit together. I don't want to hear your shit. Get it together. So we get all of this rambunctiousness coming in with all of that. So we have that is being activated, and we have that Venus coming in to square the Saturn, and we also have when she squared the Saturn is changes. So what are those changes over the next, I should have said Neptune squaring Saturn. What are those changes over the next 30 years? 30 years. I know a lot of us are just like, oh my God, I can't even get through this fucking week, let alone get through the next 30 years. But what is the energy I want to promote for the next 30 years? Because everybody's in a different sort of phase. So it could be where, if you're 30, let's say 30 to 60. So this is a time of, okay, I want to start putting nest eggs away. I want to start, putting together so that I can retire, or I want to start to accumulate things in a new way. Starting a family or what have you. It could be that maybe you are 60 and this is like, okay, I want to, take it back. I want to wheel it back a bit and take it easy. I want to get, hit the open road. Or what are those changes that you are wanting to put and implement in? Doesn't mean you're going to do it all at once. I mean, 30 years is a long time, but starting to put those increments together. Right? So we have this energy of saying, okay, let's put these increments together. Let's start putting things out there, and looking at, is this what I wanted? And that's where the eclipses, because the eclipses are coming in. And when you start working with the energies, or you start working with the different planets, you really start to see how they can manifest for you. You really start to see how the energies, how you start to work with them. And it's like, that's the whole thing. It's like your life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. It happens with you. So this is when you start to see, okay, I have this energy that's coming in that is going to show me how I can release things, release energies, release, things that maybe I don't need anymore. So there's a releasing energy that's coming in. And for some, that might be can be a little bit crazy, can be a little bit nutty. And so we have that, releasement. So, and especially with the personal planets that are out of bound, brings us a little emotional and a little bit over the top, right? Because we're going to be, banging it all up, or we might be seeing things. And when people say things to you, they mean it. So you might find that somebody says something and you're just like, man, that's fucking rude. But take a step back. If they've said that to you, it's like almost where this is a week where people have said things and they methodically have thought it out, and that's it. Like this is the final countdown. If you are, say, going through a divorce or a separation in some way, and you're wanting to keep it together, and then the person blurts something out that is totally rude to you. For instance, like, well, I only wanted you for your money, or I only married you because my dad hated you, or what have you. Like, boom. That's going to give you a trigger and a change of saying, I'm done. I'm done. And with Saturn in Aquarius, right? When in any air sign, I'm going to say any air sign, when they're done, like I have 3 children who are air. When they're done, they are fucking done. You are not going to get them to do anything they don't want to do if they are done. You could beat the living shit out of them. Not that I did, but I'm just saying that's how done they are. So when we have Saturn in Aquarius, and when he gives you that, I am done, and he has that stare, or that Aquarius stare, they have this like death stare of I'm done. Sorry, done. Not even a sorry. You won't even get a sorry from them. They're just done. So that's the energy that you're going to find with this. And the thing is that, with the personal planets out of bounds too, they're not following the rules. So they're not following the rules of etiquette. They're not following the rules of how you are supposed to be, or how you're supposed to act. They're just, that's it. That's it. Sorry. So this is why I'm calling this week cray cray. Yeah, it is that cray cray energy. It is that craziness that's coming in that, as I said to you, the last couple of days, the next few weeks are going to be nutty. Well, they're going to be a line drive out of the park. Crazy. That's how crazy they are. They're going to be when someone throws that crazy curveball and the person and the batter hits it and he smacks it and you hear the crack of the bat and it's out of there. And the thing is, it could go way the fuck out, or it could be a line drive into the stands and someone gets a bullet into their head from the baseball. This is the energy. So it's very, it can go any which way. And we got to realize that we do have this energy in Gemini. So we do have Venus in Gemini, Mercury's in Gemini, and it's coming, and it is in its shadow now. So we have the energy of Mercury of going retrograde in Gemini. Oh, you want to have crazy electrical problems? That's what I see. Back up your computers, back up everything. Make sure you have maybe a solar pack for your batteries, so you make sure that everything is properly backed up, because this is going to be that whirlwind of energies that are going to be coming in for us. And to work with them, it is when it's happening, like sometimes when it's happening around you or somebody, it's like, whoa, okay, how can I take this? Which way do I want to go? Again, what's my favorite thing? Put your hands on your heart and just sort of connect and take a deep look at where is it in your life that you need to be going? What is the direction that you need to be going in your life? Because it is, sitting back is going to be an important piece. I did take notes just because I was looking at everything. So it's acknowledging it too. So acknowledge that energy that's coming in, acknowledge the craziness that's going in. The other thing is that's how do make yourself feel, and how do you make yourself feel better? So how do you make yourself feel better is going to be a part of it. So doing things to taking a spa day. You could still get massages, people. So call your local massage therapist and get a massage. It's bad that I feel more energized and happy and excited. Well, you're a Gemini, so I mean, for me, when I'm pretty jazzed today too, because the moon is going to be leaving. The moon's going to be leaving Cancer today and going into Leo, and I'm just like, yes, thank fucking God. I am a moon baby. I am my energy is very that moon energy. So I feel it, and I feel that, yes, let's get going kind of energy. This is energized energy. This is let's get shit done. Because on the 23rd, and as we are going through this week, this is where you're going to see some people moving or moving houses in around this time. This is also where you might be moving things around your house. You might be finally getting to that closet that's been pissing you off for a while, and you're just like, fuck it, I'm going to get it done. Or you get into the backyard activities and you're pulling out the rakes and you're pulling out all the stuff to do the gardening. So this is definitely an energized type of week, but you're going to witness other craziness that's going to be happening. You're going to witness where this is going to be a highly emotional, volatile. And if it's not within your personal life, you're going to witness it within the world around you or on the news or in some way. So it's going to be out there. This is also with the eclipse too. This is, as I say, the eclipse clipped things off. This is a big time for death. So there's a lot of deaths that will be happening. People transitioning and diagnosis. People being diagnosed with bringing things to the light. So you'll find that if people might be diagnosed with something that they kind of had a feeling there was something there, but they weren't too sure. So it's going to come to light, and you're going to see that things are going to come to light by June 10th. So if there's something there that you've been ignoring or you've been having issues with, or you've been having, let's say you get a lot of lightheadedness and you finally go and get yourself checked out, and it's like, oh, you do have high blood pressure. You need to take some blood pressure pills, adjust your diet, adjust things in your life. Something like that. So this is where it's like how you want to handle it is going to be important, with the energies too. So we also have where when you break the rules, it's broken. So again, once things are broken, it's done. Saturn is stationary, going retrograde. He won't be coming direct until October. So, I mean, this is like, if you look at it, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, that's 9 months. When a planet is going, especially the bigger ones are going retrograde, there is a 9-month gestation period. So if we think of it, for us birthing something, there's a 9-month gestation. So here we are in the middle of this gestation period from February to now with Saturn. This is looking at, okay, what have we been birthing? What have we been growing? What has been coming up for us? Or maybe the answers weren't there yet. You're going to find the answers coming to light over the next several months, even over this week and up into as we go to the 26th, which is the full moon. So the energies are coming forth, and this is where the eclipses are very powerful. And the eclipse, also are forever. So when something is clipped off with the eclipse, when something happens, it's done. And what makes these ones very, I'm going to say, volatile is Mercury retrograde. Jupiter went into Pisces, which is bringing in, all of this new type of energy, newness that's coming in, and Saturn going retrograde. So we have those guys, going retrograde are really bringing this into intensity, right? And this is bringing things, through the darkness into the light, because the eclipse is darkens things, so you're not going to see everything fully, and then it's going to come to the light. And being mutable, being in the mutability, that means you do have the cray energy, right? So the mutability can go either way. So if you look at the end of any season, so the end of spring or the end of summer or the end of fall, you're in between that spring and summer energy, and it can be a little radical. It can come in being quite the radical energy. So this is where we get a little bit of things going a little bit nutty. And as Venus meets the North Node, this is looking at, what are my desires? What is it that I desire, right? And Vesta coming in. So this is coming in to bringing in a lot of changes. This is coming in for us to really step into the powers, into our and looking at the power of words. So you're going to find a lot of things are going to be said, and the power of words, the words make things real. Watching our words and watching the language of how we are promoting what it is that we are wanting to say or do or be. So language is going to be a huge one. So if you are wanting to create something new within your life, this is the manifestation that you can make it happen by the power of your words. So being very thoughtful on the type of words that you are wanting to use. And then comes the Gemini.
Thank you.
So I think I'm going into a Pisces progressed moon. Knocked something off my door. I'm finding everything boring. Check Google. What does Pisces progressed moon mean? What are the things? Because Pisces, as soon as you get into water, everything slows down. So you got to watch that things slow down for you even more. So with any water sign. So if you're not used to working with waters are very homebody. They don't like to go out very often. And you might find yourself hibernating even more. It could be. So things like that. Pisces is ether, so it's expansive, and so it's boundless. So you might be finding more daydreaming and things along that line, and being very elusive. So you have to really look at, because if you came from Aquarius, which is community and gathering, finding your community, gathering, the people you want around you, right? The humanitarian, being more aware of what's happening in the world and in your world and what's important to you, right? So you've put that into play. Now you're entering into this energy of, elusiveness. And your moon moves 1 degree every month. So depending on where it is, and if it's hitting Jupiter, and then when it hits Neptune. So it's hitting these energies that are going to create expansiveness for you. It's going to create, and depending on what house it's in also, all of that has to do with it. So this is a time of really looking at doing lists, like really making sure that you do a list and timing. Like at 11 o'clock, I'm doing X, Y, Z. Boom. At 3 o'clock, I'm doing this. So from 3 to 3:30, this is what I'm doing. It's important to do that, especially with, and getting yourself into this energy of that. The other thing is that with Pisces is creativity. It is the 12th house. So looking at what the 12th house rules, it rules things about the occult. It rules things about mystery, people from your past showing up. So things like that come into play with, when it's with Pisces. So If I make a list, I'll self-sabotage because it feels controlling. See, and that's maybe part of the next 2.5 years, because it's there for 30 months, that you might have to learn to look at. So where's that mind fuck that's getting to you, that is self-sabotaging you? Why does it feel controlling? What is that controlling feeling? What is it that, and here we're coming into this week, because this week's energy is really looking at, what are we changing? There's things about changing homes, changing new directions. How would you like that to feel? How would you like that to be? um, and the power of the words, right? And looking at the power of the words, it's forcing me to do something I don't find fun. So create it into fun. How can you make it fun? How can what are the words? What are the colors? How can you make it, a boring job be fun? Stark is, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Stark. Stark is a fabulous, she's absolutely, I love her. She, if she likes big, bold colors and everything else. Her books are very beautiful affirmations, really uplifting. And she talks about, of the energy of, if you don't like something, how can you make it fun? Change the name of it. Change the name to, you don't like doing your taxes, change it to something fun. Take, an acronym, or putting something out there of saying, whatever it is. I can't think of anything right now, but getting into that creativeness and that creative mode of, say, you have to do the yard work, or you have to clean the closet out, and it's just like, ooh, making more space for me to buy, or maybe that's not a good thing. Making more space for me to create. I'm creating more space for me. I'm removing, or I'm opening up doorways for me to bring in more of the prosperity, whatever it is. So that's where you're going to be working with for the next 30 months. When my progressed moon was going through Cancer, it was a lot. It was, getting things started really. And I already have a lot of, I already have that cardinal energy, but it's in Leo, and it is different. I get more. I want to get out there and I want to do things, but it's doing things for myself more, because I love Leos. They're so self-centered. Not just that energy of saying, I want to do this for me, and if it doesn't feel good, I'm not going to do it. If it's not right for me, I'm not going to do it. It's that energy that's coming in. So totally different than working with a water sign, right? So look at that, and look at what it's aspecting in your chart. What is it? What is it aspecting? What is it squaring? What is it trining? Whoops, trying to sit in my chair. So things like that, and as we're coming into, because we also, as I mentioned, some of the planets that are out of bound, so we might be on top of everything. We're feeling a little bit wonky. We're feeling a little bit out of sorts, and emotion is coming in. So the first couple days of this week, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, are going to be kind of hard, especially where the moon is. The moon's going through Cancer. It's going through, then it's going to go through Leo, and Leo is going to do another square to the sun. So the moon squaring the sun in Taurus, which is twice in a month. So that's going to be some heavy duty energy there. And then it's going to go into Virgo, and the Virgo is going to be a very easy flowing. So we're going to, because of Mars being in Cancer, we're going to feel the energies more intensely there where the moon is. And then at the end of the week, it's going to get hard again on trying to get structure again, trying to get things together, trying to bring in a balance for things. I much prefer to be in a progressed moon in Leo. Well, we're just going to have to change it for you. Let me get my lasso and I'll move it for you. Sorry. So it is, so learning. My Mars is in yeah. So so things are changing all the time. Like all over the place. So yeah, and also check where your Mars is. So if your Mars is in Cancer, you're going to feel things. Okay, it's already there. Well, let's just times that by 2 because you're feeling the intensities even more, right? Because your natal Mars is there. Then we get transiting Mars in there. We get the transiting, the moon hits it all the time. So that's fine. But with this excess energy coming in, it's just intensifying things and making things really wonky for people. So this is where, like, this week when I say it's cray cray, and I didn't give you a number, and I said I think last week I did. I said, last week was 1,000, and this week was going to go like 1,000 of. I'm going to go to 1,500 to 2,000 out of 10. And that's because the eclipses are coming. That's because, all of this energy is coming in for us to be aware of our words, be aware of our energies and how we want to go forward, which is important. Like, I need to feel more. Yes. More intensities there for you, Candace. You're just going to be like all over the place. Everybody in your house is going to be hiding. There's like, oh no, Mom's acting up. Let's hide. So it's with the 3 squares, and we're also coming into that with Mars, with Saturn going retrograde, we're going to be coming into the 2nd square with Uranus and Saturn. So this is looking at, again, is this what I want? And we also have the energy too this week. You can't make me do it. I don't give a shit. It's like, you can't make me have that vaccine. Fuck you. I'm not going to do it. So I can go kicking and screaming. But that's the way the energies are going to come in. You're going to see a lot of fights coming in. You might be just witnessing the fights. You might be witnessing a lot of endings coming in. We had, some crazy things coming in where long-time marriages, like the Gateses, their marriage is ending. So we're going to see some really big endings coming in. I think Trump is going to be in the news in some format because of things highlighting. So there's going to be a lot of, interesting information coming up about Trump. And we're just going to see a lot of things ending. The thing is that if you're feeling something medically, if you're feeling out of sorts, I'd actually go get it checked out. And this is a transitioning time. So a lot of things are going to be leaving and transitioning, and especially humans transitioning. So there's going to be a lot of deaths. We're going to be hearing about deaths. So it already feels like I'm living 10,000 feelings of people surrounding me. Yeah. Watch that and watch your anxiety there. Because I feel like there's an intensity might be coming in for you, Candace, and I don't need you throwing up because of it. So really honoring yourself with all of that, and finding what your outlet is. Finding, is it arts? Is it you getting into more of your own creativity, and things like that? I can't see you going into a mainstream job at all, because the intensity would be too much for you. So, but I feel because of your age and where you are at in your life, I feel things are going to get heightened. There's a heightened ability there. So just honor yourself with that, because we don't need that all of a sudden you're just freaking out and next thing you're just puking your guts out because of the anxiety. So really, really honor yourself with all of that. That's a big one. And Pisces too, because Jupiter's there. He's expanding things for people. And this expansion is like we're getting a glimpse of things. We're getting a glimpse of things. Great, Jared wants me to work. You got to look at what kind of job you're able to do. Like, the thing is that you're already picking up on so many people's energies. Could you go and work at, you mentioned coffee shop before. Could you go work at a Starbucks? because there's people coming and going all the time and it's crazy energies. Could you work at that, without getting sick? You might be really, this is a time of maybe looking at maybe something in the back of the house or something back house, nothing that's in the front of a house, like front. I feel like in the background, something stocking or something that you wouldn't have to deal with people. Just saying. So, because it's just too intense, and that's for all of us out there. So this is where, for many of you out there, because I know you guys are highly sensitive, the energies are very intense, and so you got to really honor yourself with that, right? I need something I can just switch off. Exactly. So that's why I got back of the house. Something back of the house would be your best thing that people got to watch. I mean, so for a few of you, I got like hairdressers and things like that. I mean, that's a highly intensive job. You're touching people's hair. That's you're picking up information, and so that's being that connection. Energy workers is another one that for energy workers right now, you got to really honor your energies right now, because there's a lot. People are holding on to a lot. There's a lot of releasement that's happening, that going around also. So you really have to watch that for the intensity. There is also making sure that you guys are taking like a downtime, time off, time to just decompose, reevaluate. All the re's are coming in, especially with the retrogrades. So revise, revital, realize. So all of that is coming up also for people. So this is really taking that, this review, taking this time to review, and the answers and things that you hear twice. I've said this before, you hear it twice, it's done. Or it is, follow that. So whatever you hear twice, if you hear something that somebody says and it's just like boom, and it cuts you through the core, it was intentional. That was intention. That was an intent. So look at that and honor yourself with that. All right, honor yourself with that energy and that intensity that is coming through. So yeah. So you know what I didn't do today? I didn't pull cards. And I almost bought, almost bought yesterday, and I still might get it. Does anybody have the Kali Oracle cards? Not that I need another fucking deck of cards, but so the Kali Oracle cards, oh my God, they're gorgeous. And I still feel them. I still feel that energy. There was the Starseed tarot cards, but I didn't like them. They were too big. I like cards that I can actually fit in my hands. The Kali cards were kind of big, but I do like cards that are easy. This is why I end up going back to my tarot. Right. But I want them. Yeah. She got them in at Blessed Circle. Blessed Circle. She has them in. So on Tuesday when I go back, I'll probably end up buying. Oh my goodness. So so I'm going to pull a card out, and this card is going to be the card for the theme of the week. What is it? Oh, the Temperance Reversed. Ooh. So the Temperance Reversed comes in. So that's about our balance, or what is out of balance, right? Ancestor Spirit. So what is out of balance? Felt very anxious yesterday and today. A ball of emotions. Yes, Lisa, you will be. There is a lot of emotion. I mean, there is. Things are really wonky right now. So doing things with water, taking a bath, taking a shower, watering your lawn, going by a river or a lake, doing things with water is going to be very helpful for you, with the watery energy. So, and it's a highly, as I say, this is a cray week. So you got to honor yourself with the energies of this week. So with the Temperance coming in reversed, God bless the Temperance. There's a lot of things to do with our balancing and bringing things into balance. And it is, what is the greatest block at this time? So what is the greatest block at this time? And you may feel as though things are not moving the way that you want them to move. So things aren't moving as fast as you want them to move. They're slow, and they're, blah, kind of like a snail kind of thing. I really want to spend money. That's what I've been feeling all this week. And we have spirituality. So the Hierophant comes in. So the Hierophant comes in, and it's like, okay, things aren't moving as fast as you want. Maybe it's time to sort of step into meditation, into journaling, taking some time, doing some oracle cards, bringing in the Kali cards. So the Hierophant comes in, and he wants you to sort of take that time to expand your awareness, expanding your spiritual wisdom, coming into your knowledge. And this is where, your resources. So what tools or resources can you connect with at this time? So what are the resources you have? What are the tools in your toolkit? Because things might not be feeling the way that you want them. Things feel like very much at a standstill. These are major arcana. So they're major points in your life. All right. So that's what, when major arcana show up, that means you got to pay attention, because shit's starting to happen. And things are starting to go. And with that comes the Three of Swords. Woo. So this is a week, things aren't going as fast as you want. And there might be some heartbreak, or because of you letting go, because of things transitioning, because of the words that people say. So you need to really come into self. It may be as to signify someone, or has the potential to radically transform your worldview and conditions. And that really brings in a lot of releasing, and that releasing brings in a lot of heartache for you. And with that heartache, it's like, yeah, okay, I haven't been moving forward. I need to start moving forward, but I need to do, I'm going to ask Spirit, what do we need to move forward? Ace of Wands. We need to bring in the passion. What do you love to do? What is that part? What does that make you sing? What is the things that make you rejoice? There's a new commercial came out, and you can find it on YouTube, and it's COVID gum, and then put commercial. It's hilarious. You got it. Because I mean, the thing is that since people have been wearing masks, nobody's been buying gum. So they're, and it came out the same day that in the United States, they announced that no more mandatory mask wearing, or some kind of bullshit. So this is where it's coming in, for us to really look at the passion in our life. What is the thing that makes our hearts sing? And it could be as simple as taking your dog for a walk, or it could be as simple as taking your pencils out and starting to doodle. What makes you happy? It could be bacon and apple pie. Maybe it's watching a video and learning how to pressure can, and that you're going to start doing things like that. So really honoring, honing in on that, that's where the energy is going to take you to revitalization, to finding that community, to going in and really coming into your knowledge and releasing the heartaches that are there and the pain that's there. Right. And for Candace, let me see. Is Jared around? Let me talk to Jared, because we got to go hide the card. No wonder he wants you to work. He's probably saying, I can't afford you anymore, girl. You're costing me too much money. You might be pretty, but come on. It's that sexy Leo way. It's just like throwing your mane back and saying, look at me, baby. I'm all worth it. That's very Leo. And this is your self-expression. So finding that self-expression, what brings in your self-expression, right? Jared's fishing. He got away. So am I ready to follow this new spark of inspiration? So are you ready to follow your spark of inspiration? Are you ready to step forward in it? Even though things might feel like they're not going anywhere. So this could be you're taking a herb class, or you're going to go and collect some yarrow, and make a yarrow infusion, or dandelions, or this is really you can take this energy and bring in a lot of inspiration. You can take this energy because it is intense. There is craziness. We're going to hear some real fucked up things in the news that are going to come in, but I'm just like, you know what? Go. It's like you got to do what you got to do for you. You can't get hung up on all the numbers and everything else that's going out there. Out there is built out on a house of cards. And this house of cards is not very sturdy. So you got to come into what's going to be sturdy for you. And what does that look like? What does that feel like? And honoring yourself. So with the 3 squares that are coming up, we're coming up to the 2nd square with Saturn and Uranus. It's about making decisions and looking at those decisions that are right for us, right for you, right for your family, right for the relationships that are around you. And that's the most important thing. So everyone, I'm going to send you out so much love. And if you are wanting to take the class at the end of the month with me on the planets, it's 8 weeks, and we go through each of the planetary of, Mars, we go through Venus and Mercury, and I'm going through all of the planets and how they relate to you and your chart. So we're going to be working with that. So sending you out so much love. Let me know if you want to join me on that, or you can go to thegubermama.com. and it's up there. Or you could join me. This is a fabulous time for the karmic release weekend. And the karmic release weekend is with Jupiter in Pisces. That's all about karma. Pisces brings in a lot of karmic release, right? So sending you all out some really beautiful, some big love, and allow for your energy, for your mana. I can't even say it anymore. You want to see? This is. I love it. Mateus's new bed buddy. That's what he has to sleep with him at night. Oh, I want to sleep with him too. Sending you guys out so much love. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Blessed be everybody. Thank you for being a part of my day, and thank you for being my soul family. Blessed be everyone. Bye-bye.